on B-Pod Studios, the place to be for podcast discovery. I hope everyone has been taking the proper precautions against coronavirus. I know that I am, and so I'd like to welcome all of you here to the show today. How you guys feeling?
You are not doing the full show in
a little
that.
disconcerting, but all right.
What? What's wrong? Do you have some kind of problem with my anti-coronavirus measures?
No, I mean...
So you've decided to go, you're good on cancer, but anti-COVID, huh?
I'm just saying, if you're making a choice between COVID and mesothelioma, you've gone full force in one direction.
Now, I will remind you, it's a mold infection that could lead to cancer that is not this helmet, but a helmet of similar design.
I think you're arguing semantics at this point.
How hard is it
ridiculously hot?
I was about to say, I don't know.
You're so muffled in it too. Like,
for anyone
geez.
who's listening and not watching, that was the Fallout
The Power Armor helmet.
That's
helmet. Right.
Just
Anyway,
another reason why you should be watching when we go live.
That's right. Over at twitch.tv/CheckpointXP. Welcome into Checkpoint AFK. This is Checkpoint XP's lifestyle show from cosplay to consoles. We cover everything you care about when you're away from your keyboard. We are going to get to reading some Apple podcast reviews here in just a moment. But first,
PSA.
There's some there's some things we must talk about. First and foremost, we kind of teased this last week on the right here on Checkpoint AFK, but a brand new show has emerged over at checkpointxp.com. All of esports hosted by myself and Weirdbeard,
who couldn't even be here.
Who couldn't even be bothered to be here.
Cool.
It's really cool. I'm so excited that we have started a rapid fire esports show just as all esports have been canceled.
I was gonna say.
Right in time.
Beautiful.
I think you should name that episode 2 should just be has been canceled. So it's all of esports has been canceled.
Yes. That'd be great.
I genuinely
all
like
of
that.
esports episode 2 ... has been canceled.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Just gotta hope it doesn't give the wrong impression.
So we invite you to take a look at that over at our website, checkpointxp.com. Also available over on YouTube as well. Exciting stuff. I mean, yes, the podcast feed will be submitted to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, all of the usual suspects very shortly. However, this is a primarily video product. Like there's a lot.
You want to watch it.
There's a lot of work that goes into the video end of this show. So I really want you guys to all take the time and go check it out over at YouTube. Just search Checkpoint XP. You'll be able to find all of our content. If you have not yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you become alerted to all of the content that we post over on YouTube, because there is an increasing amount that gets added to our YouTube channel, it seems like every single week. So make sure you go check out episode 1 of All of Esports, available now. Also, big changes for the national radio show. We have officially welcomed on James as a part of the cast and crew. You can check that out on demand. Callie, on demand for this week's national radio show.
Should go up today if I get it.
Today or tomorrow.
They don't know what today is.
That's fair.
Depending on
it
how
should be up by the time you're listening to
the
this.
answer should have been soon.
So by the time you're listening to this as a podcast, you should already have access to it. Go check it out. We want to hear all of your feedback on the new cast and crew.
That's right.
So make sure you go check it out. That's all available over at checkpointxp.com.
PSA number 2.
All of that out of the way. PSA number 2. All right. So coronavirus is weird.
It's an understatement.
This is true.
I was about to say
Quite the
strong.
PSA.
Coronavirus is strong.
Well, yesterday morning, we all had our meeting, as we always do on Thursdays, and we started it with kind of acknowledging that, COVID-19 could be something that eventually affects this program or this cast or the way we do things. And we decided to put some emergency contingencies into place.
Not emergency, not that stuff, because that stuff doesn't work.
That is not our...
It doesn't.
Absolutely does
Okay,
not.
then I just take
I
it
damn
and
near
I'm
had
fine.
an emergency overdose at my first E3, and I came back sick as a dog. Okay,
You
Hospital
did it
sick.
wrong. You just did it wrong.
Hospitals. Never mind.
Just did it wrong. What, he ingested it wrong?
Yeah, I don't know. You're like,
I didn't snort it, Chad.
That's it. That's how you're doing it wrong. Guess story. Go straight to the bloodstream.
Yeah, Norris, you need to be gacking rails of
Norris, if you don't soak a tampon in it,
That's what it is. Soak a tampon in
I was
emergency.
thinking that. Oh my god.
Oh, yes. Butt chug emergency. Yes.
Exactly. So not 4 hours after we have that emergency meeting,
Big boss comes into
then
town.
does one of the chief officers of the company walk down and say, okay, so the building is closed to all non-essential personnel as of Monday.
And
we
listen,
rightfully asked, are we non-essential personnel? And he said, absolutely
No,
So
you're not essential.
yeah, we are non-essential.
Yes.
So we are not allowed in the building starting Monday, next Monday.
That is
Yeah.
correct. So,
Which, before you get worried, as far as we know, none of us have tested positive for the virus.
Yes.
Nobody
Have
in
no
any
one
of
in the
us
building.
gotten tested?
Nobody
To be
in the
fair.
there are no tests to take.
No tests
They
right now.
just said on the news they were tests.
No, there are no tests to take.
Don't listen to the news.
I heard that's fake news.
Exactly.
I heard
Anyway,
from an orange
I'm told.
source.
anyway, I heard from an orange source.
It's fake news.
more emergency.
He also told me emergency is the cure. So
Yes, that's right.
But anyway, we're just saying, hey, we will still be providing content.
Yes,
so-
we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, don't worry about that. There still will be content, all the usual stuff you can expect. It is gonna look a little different. It may sound a little different
because we're recording
but-
from home.
That's
Yeah.
right, but
If it looks
same.
like we're in someo's basement, it's because we
We are.
We are.
It's our basement.
In our basement.
That is correct, yes.
Yeah, so but it'll be same bat voices, same bat channel, and you can still expect the same cool stuff coming from us, but it will be a little different.
That's right. So it's definitely weird having to navigate all of this kind of, pandemic, epidemic sort of stuff.
I'm gonna just say this, man.
We're not, listen, I can only speak for us here in the United States and specifically in Michigan. We're not dealing with this well.
No, we're not.
There's a run on toilet paper and no one can explain why.
Let me tell you. Okay, all you stupid motherfuckers who are out here
Going
buying
straight to the source.
buying 9 packs of toilet paper. Okay, your water still works.
Yeah.
The grocery stores are still open. I can understand if we get a message from Kroger, Meijer, whatever, Walmart saying, hey, effective this day, all these stores will be shut down. We didn't get that message. So why in God's name are you going off and buying toilet paper? Dude, okay.
Doomsday prepping at its best.
Canned goods, I get.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, you're gonna
'Cause
be home for a few
You're
weeks.
gonna be home.
Cleaning products.
I get it.
Cleaning products.
Cleaning products?
I get it.
Sure.
You don't want to go out. You want to make sure your place is clean. I get it. And especially a lot of people are going to be working from home over the next few weeks. But toilet paper, my guy.
Come on.
Why
Come
don't we
on.
have the
We're
3
still-
seashells yet?
We're still able to go out and get stuff.
What is that,
it's not
what is
that's
that a
been
reference
happening.
to?
Demolition
is-
Man.
Demolition Man.
Is
yep.
that it? Okay.
Yeah, you don't know how to use 3 seashells?
No,
I can see why
truly
that'd
don't.
be confusing. And she glares.
No,
the
but
only
you're-
part of that movie I remember is him going over to the machine and cursing at it a bunch of times, so he keeps getting tickets.
The
and he can wipe
tickets,
his
you get
ass
the
with
swearing
them.
tickets?
That's what I
Yeah.
remember about that movie.
I was gonna say we should have tiered the doomsday prepping stuff. That's
Yeah.
what we should have done this year, this week after.
Yeah.
Girl
We'll
do
Scout
it next
cookies.
week.
Next
Yeah,
week.
we'll
We're
do
gonna
it
have
next
plenty of
week.
time on our hands.
But
Yeah,
all
we'll just be
I'm
sitting there
saying
with
is all the Karens at Kroger's across the country buying up all the toilet paper and hand sanitizer. I'm going to just put this out here.
You
I'm
didn't
just,
hear.
What?
We don't call them Karens anymore. We call them Barbs.
Ooh, what happened? When did this
What happened
transition
to
happen?
Karen?
What, did
Because
she
of
die?
The Bachelor.
Oh, I thought she got
Oh.
infected with the coronavirus.
This is
make it.
Corona Karen.
Corona
But
Karen.
anyway,
This is why we need women on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only watched the last episodes of The Bachelor and the first episode, so it doesn't matter.
That's
I'm
fair.
just
I mean,
saying,
that
the
tells you
last
the whole
time I
story.
watched The Bachelor, It was the first time the dude had married or proposed to one girl, and then he was like,
Oh yeah.
actually, I like the stupid
Oh
blonde
wait,
one.
so you watched this season? Because
Not
that
this
happened
one,
again.
but it was the first time. It was
Yeah.
the first time. He was like, smart brunette girl from the Midwest, you straight. I'll propose to you, but that dumb blonde, she really gets my engine going.
Okay,
He's a Lou.
let's not talk about women that way. She's not dumb.
Okay, well, through the whole season,
Does the
we
writing
did.
staff know that?
No, through the whole through the whole season, they did not edit that girl stringing together 3 sentences. Okay, straight up. So what am I supposed to feel about it? But
Anyway, so yes, we are being impacted by coronavirus. Hopefully, it's not for very long.
And hopefully it won't affect your guys' content.
Hey, legit
too
though, I'm
much.
about to start flipping hand sanitizer though.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Aloe
this
vera and-
bathtub hand
Yo,
sanitizer market
yeah.
is
We
taking
did-
off.
we
So
didn't
I
hear
was this
today.
close to buying an aloe vera plant at Home Depot the other week.
Okay.
Because straight up, I'm about to start taking the aloe vera. I got a mortar and pestle, and I'm gonna start making my own.
Oh, it's the old times.
Straight up,
Use a mortar
we gotta
and
make. We
pestle.
gotta make. I'm gonna make a poultice to be able to rub on myself to protect myself from the coronavirus. I'm telling
so
you,
grossed out right now.
It is pretty gross. I'm not gonna lie.
it has gotten humanity through
It's
worser
1590
plagues.
now. It's just
worser
that.
plagues.
So I've also got an interesting story.
Okay.
As will be brief.
Oh,
But-
is it the one?
Yes.
Oh,
so
yeah.
This is our third
to-
PSA of the day.
Yes,
Yes.
it's not. This is not quite a PSA.
I
This is
guarantee
just
you it's going to end with a PSA.
it might. We are recording this today on Friday the 13th, and when I woke up this morning, I looked out my window, and
It was Bedlam.
there was 2 fire trucks, EMS, 5 cop cars, and more that I couldn't see, right? And all of them, now for those that don't know, I live right on the Detroit River. I mean, right
up to it.
on.
Literally, like, there it is.
It's like, honestly, you've got about 250 feet from my window to
If that,
the shoreline.
You're being generous.
Okay, maybe 200, maybe 150.
Yeah,
It's
not
a
much.
small courtyard.
Yeah.
Okay, and so we have a long driveway that comes down and it does a turnaround to get you going back up to go back out because there's no streets because it's a river.
Yeah. And meanwhile, just further context, it is so close to the river that in quote unquote high tide, it's not an ocean, but in the in the spring when it rains more and the river levels rise, the water will go onto that driveway.
Yes.
And semi flood it. So it is very
It's right
close.
there. It is right there.
Yeah.
So apparently, at about 7:00 this morning, a guy is driving down the driveway and proceeds to just continue driving into the river.
I didn't hear about this.
Happened this
You're
morning.
hearing about it now.
Thank you.
And so that was at 7:00. I left at 9:00, and they had not pulled any body out of the river
Or a car.
or a car.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
PSA,
based on
don't drive into the river.
yes,
On
based
map
on
alone.
based on how long humans can breathe underwater,
Yeah.
A grand
which is
total of a second.
none. I woke
That
up
sucks.
on Friday the 13th to a dude dying about 100 feet from where I was sleeping.
See, I really hope that that's not like. I hope it's an accident. I don't hope it's intentional.
Well, here's the thing. It could be one of two things because I know you got quite a few older folks that live in that building, right? So
Oh yeah.
it could
Yeah.
it could be a older person who may have had a medical event and just wiped off the thing.
Yeah.
But I'm leaning on a dude was just like, yo, massive pandemic, economy crashing. Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, the weird way to start your Friday the 13th. Although
Yeah.
I guess kind of thematic.
Yeah.
Sure. You know what? It sets the tone for the day.
It sure
for sure.
does. It sure does.
I mean-
I woke up and said, I don't know how it gets any fucking weirder than this.
That's not funny.
Sir,
It's kind of funny.
Sir?
Dark.
we got a lot of weird to go. Okay?
Hey, I understand that, but that's pretty
That's
pretty
a
weird.
shit way
That's
to
pretty
wake
weird.
up though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
But you woke
So-
up
Yeah, that is true. That is true. The other thought, as I was talking to some of the residents, is that it could have been a medical emergency,
Yeah, that's what
like someone passed out and they didn't
Yeah,
realize.
like
Yeah.
a stroke
Or
something like that.
empty car, ideally. Maybe. Someone just
Son,
ditching a car.
No.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not saying it's likely.
No.
I'm saying there's
they had
the best
to
case
get
scenario.
through the guardhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So they're a resident more than likely if it
Yes.
happened in the early
Okay,
morning.
but like if it ends up being empty car, how great of a conspiracy theory would that turn out to be?
it's not a conspiracy theory. That was a car used
No, it's
in
just
a murder.
It's just a mystery at that point.
and they
Thinking
ditched
mystery.
it.
She's only excited because she's waiting for this to come on a podcast.
No, that's
She's
exactly
all
my thought.
All right.
Listen to
I'm
that.
just saying, if it was a Grand Cherokee, we know what that story is.
That's true.
PSA number 4. I was going to wait till next week, but since the video's going up today, I might as well just
I was
do
going
it.
to ask
Oh,
if you wanted to. I was
yay!
gonna
All
ask
right.
if you wanted
Happier
to.
note.
A very
This is
happy
like-
announcement.
Yes,
best
on a much.
announcement.
Let's start bringing this from the outhouse to the penthouse.
Yeah, there we go.
And we'll start with Callie.
So, yeah, this morning I had a visit to my doctor for my annual physical, but it also marked the day that I officially began hormone replacement therapy. So, with that, I have officially, I made it Facebook official. The name is now Callie. So, there is no
right.
more confusion about names. A life I've been leading for, 6 years? 6 years now. So, I'm very excited to officially introduce myself as Callie, full-time, she, her pronouns.
All right.
The whole 9 yards. And,
Congratulations.
yeah, it was really cool getting
I'm
to.
so happy for
Dude,
you.
we are all super proud of you. This is a big thing. Like, you know, for me, like, I always really enjoy people who are honest about themselves and who share, you know, things that might kind of, you know, weird some people out, who just readily share that kind of stuff. I always really appreciate that. It takes a lot of bravery. I understand that, you know, some people don't want to do that. They want to, you know, keep it very private.
Speaking of that.
And for you to do this very publicly, I think is very brave. And so I think you should be commended for it.
Do
Absolutely.
you want to talk about what we plan to do, you know, moving forward with this too?
Yeah, so starting with my first video that I'm going to release today, as soon as I get out of here, I got to go record it, and it's a pretty easy edit, so no worries, it'll be a quick turnaround. On a weekly basis, I'm going to be doing a video diary of kind of what the changes are like and kind of tell all. I'm not going to be too private about it. I'm just going to say what it is, whether it's good or bad, and I'm also going to be taking questions and comments from people. You can email, or Second Street, it actually is what we're going to use. So you'll be able to find that on
it'll be
social
on our
media.
It'll be,
website
yeah,
and
we'll have a
stuff like that
submission form at our
shortly.
website.
Yeah, so you
this
can
is so cool,
send
though.
questions and comments, literally anything, whatever you are curious about or wondering, and I will address them in the weekly videos.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's really important to just, you know, based on how prevalent this is in our society in 2020, to, you know, have somebody talking about it. It can be a difficult process for people, and I think being open and honest about it helps share the experience. And I hope nothing but the best for you.
Thank you.
For going down this road, man.
And if anybody sends anything negative, we will whoop ass.
That's right. That is
We
absolutely
are from
correct.
Detroit. We are from Detroit.
Exactly.
So
Very strong.
you know, and another thing that I really appreciate, you know, small accidents are going to happen, like
Oh,
me just
absolutely.
calling you man, you know,
Yeah.
like
Well,
that kind of stuff.
that's gender neutral.
That's true. I guess
At this
it's
point,
literally
It's like a
it's
gender-
literally not,
Man-
but
man
okay.
is-
I was gonna say, it's
Okay,
just the
bro.
way that it's being
No,
used.
no, no, bro.
It's the way it's being used. I get
Bro
what
is
you mean.
gender
It's
neutral.
Yeah,
that's true, too.
yeah. So my
Nicole, I called you bro.
You're not offending me. I'm just saying there are people out there that are offended.
I think
yeah,
the word
but-
man is coming from like more human.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but
Not so
what
much.
Human.
what I'm saying though is that, you know, accidents, slip ups will happen
sure.
between us, but it will also happen with the audience as well.
Absolutely it will.
And again, just on the part of the audience, you know, I think it's really awesome that, you know, you take that in stride and don't take it personally.
No, I mean, I sent out a group email to the entire building today, basically, and said, like, listen, I will not get mad if you have questions for me. In fact, I encourage it.
Which,
Please
by the
come
way,
ask.
was
How you
great.
started it.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, was great. The email itself was great, but literally right before we came into the studio to record the show, there's a lady in the building, and all I hear is, "Hey, girl!" And I'm just like, This is excellent.
That's
this
awesome.
is brilliant.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're so proud of you, and we couldn't be happier.
My favorite
for
part of
you.
the email, despite the congratulations on the whole thing, was the happy coronavirus or COVID-19
Yeah,
filled
I'm
Friday.
sorry to bother you on this COVID-filled Friday.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was
COVID-19
like,
filled Friday.
it's a good way to start it.
Were you a pastor? We are happy you can make it on this Resurrection Sunday.
I cannot tell you the extent to which I hope that I was a Baptist pastor in a past life and then trans female in the next life.
That's fantastic.
Please, I need that to have been my past life.
All right.
What are we talking about today? by
So
the way?
coming up today on Checkpoint AFK, we're going to talk a little bit more about the movies, specifically which actors and actresses in which roles bother us the most. Plus, we're also going to talk about video game movies from the perspective of like, who would we actually want to cast as a part of these movies? So
Fun
we're going to
conversations.
talk about that coming up today here on Checkpoint AFK. However, before we do that, we do have 2 Apple Podcast reviews.
Let's make them quick. Read one.
All right, I'm going to read the shorter one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this one comes to us from Lehman Demon. Lehman Demon, who says, keeping us in the know, randomly discovered this channel and show while listening to an ESPN radio in San Antonio.
All right.
Love
Great
it.
town.
Love hearing that. My Xbox bricked on me a couple of months ago, and since then, I haven't been in the know about video games and other topics. Discovering the show and the shows that that the channel keeps me in the loop on all things I'm interested in: esports, games, movies, comics. I love every minute of it. Thank you very much, Lehman Demon. We love reviews like this.
Word out to Texas, man. San Antonio's a great
Can
town.
I say he almost spoiled our show name before it even came out? He was that close.
Yeah.
He put like all of, and I was like, oh, was he gonna say it? Was he gonna say it?
Hey, I didn't even realize that. That's pretty clever. How did you get that leak, Lehman Demon?
Reading our emails.
It was just Chad.
Yeah,
Chad just made the
I'm
review.
Lehman. I'm from San Antonio.
Lehman from San Antonio.
Oh, man. All right. Well, coming up on Checkpoint AFK, like I said, we are going to be talking about movies.
Yeah.
Some casting for movies. We're going to be doing our dream castings for video
Ton of
game
stuff.
movies. But coming up next, we're going to talk about the actors and actresses that are already in films that really bug us. Stick around. That's at next on Checkpoint AFK. Welcome back to Checkpoint AFK on BPod Studios, the place to be for podcast discovery. You know, we like to talk a lot about movies here on Checkpoint AFK. We talked a little bit about the Sonic movie a few weeks ago, actually. We also talked about the Dragon Quest Your Story over on Netflix. But, you know, when we talk about movies, there's this really important aspect of, like, you know, who's in them?
Yeah.
And we had a big debate earlier this week. I think it was sparked on by something about Val Kilmer.
It was Paul Rudd to start.
Oh, it was Paul
so
Rudd.
it started-
wait.
Somebody on
Norris
that
has
side
some-
of the table.
Yeah, the audience
Has some
already knows
opinions.
how
I
I
was
feel.
going to say, someone in this office, that means they said anything with the words Paul Rudd anywhere in it, and Norris from 3 cubicles away went, hey, I hate that guy.
So explain this to me. What is your deal with Paul Rudd? Why do you hate Paul Rudd?
I see Paul Rudd is actually at the very, very bottom of my dislike totem pole, right? He's not a guy I hate, but I just don't think he's remarkable either.
Okay.
And so I don't
So it's
understand.
like Roman Polanski, the KKK,
Yeah.
and like Paul Rudd way further down
Way
there.
at the bottom.
Okay, yeah.
Way at the bottom.
I'm so
And
glad
listen,
Polanski got the top spot.
I think he should be at the top of everyone's list.
I think,
That's
listen,
fair. That's
I think
fair.
Not
In
even-
terms of
Hitler?
it's no, we're not. He's off the scale. We ain't
Oh,
talking
that's
about
fair.
that.
Okay, that's
He's on a whole nother
There's
total.
no
Yeah.
totem pole
Yeah.
for Hitler.
He's off the scale.
Yeah, but
Like there's is it the Hitler scale, the sliding Hitler
no,
scale?
it's the reprehensible index.
Oh,
but
yeah.
anyway, so you
Which is
have
the only index that's up this week.
Absolutely. So like Paul Rudd, that's the thing is that I don't like when people are huge fans of unremarkable people, and that really infuriates me. And so
Well,
I think
I think-
Paul Rudd.
here's-
no, Paul Rudd's charm is that he is unremarkable. He's an everyman.
Is
right?
it not remarkable that he became so famous with so little personality?
That's the part I hate.
I think
pretty
he's got a lot.
remarkable.
I
Great
think he's got a great
personality.
personality. I think he's like, he doesn't age. Great,
Yeah.
love
That
that.
helps.
He's funny in a dry sort of way, but
Yeah.
still sometimes he can be quirky. How's that not
No,
personality?
Paul Rudd in everything but movies.
He's Paul Rudd doing Paul Rudd. I
Paul
get it.
Rudd
I don't
in
care about
everything
that.
but movies, I love. Like Paul Rudd goes on the late night show. Love that guy.
He's hilarious.
Paul Rudd on Hot Ones.
Great.
Love that
That was
guy.
awesome, yeah.
Right?
I still think
Paul
he's a
Rudd-
talented actor.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought?
Anyway, but Paul Rudd in a film as an actor, I feel like, you could have got any white man for that part, but you chose Paul Rudd.
That's what
Why?
I like about him the
Look at-
most. He's like, okay, listen, now I'm not saying that you have to think that every actor is like fantastic, but I do think that the whole purpose of the movie is to go to the movies to be like in like a dreamlike state, if you will. And I don't think that Paul Rudd's not that. He's a dream guy. Like he does give me what I'm looking for.
He gives me what I want.
Look at
that's
it
for
this
sure.
way.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I feel like anytime you could cast Paul Rudd, you could also cast Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I'd be okay with both of those.
An infinitely
okay.
better actor.
here's
Oh,
the-
I don't know
Just-
about
just-
that
No,
one.
he is.
Just
Oh, I
has
don't
a
know
better
about
range.
that one.
Bradley Cooper
Yeah,
has a
he is.
much better range than I would say Paul Rudd does.
For
And that's
sure.
The amount of films that Bradley Cooper has done phenomenally well, just out.
No,
Like Bradley Cooper was great.
Bradley Cooper does sullen and depressing the same way Paul Rudd does like breezy and affable. Like it's just that's who they are as people, and so they can emote that very easily. They don't have to dig very deep for that. But when you get a deeply emotional scene out of Paul Rudd, I can't name one, or a really hilarious performance out of Bradley Cooper, can't name
Are
one.
you gonna neglect Guardians of the Galaxy right now?
That's a voice. That's a different. That's a
It's-
totally
No,
different
no,
thing.
no.
That's a totally different thing.
Bradley
Totally
Cooper.
different.
Bradley
Totally
Cooper.
different.
Bradley Cooper as
thing?
Bradley Cooper as the fucking East Coast blue blood in Wedding Crashers.
Didn't see it.
You need to go see it.
Yeah, I'm
he
not
is
interested.
every startup, bro,
I
made
don't know if you need to
manifest.
see it.
I still think
remember
you
that.
have to have a good. You still have to be able, even if you're a voice actor, you still have to be able to do that. You still have to be able to pull that out of you in order to convey it with your voice.
I will say,
And not really. Look, I'm doing Rocket Raccoon now.
You aren't.
yeah, you really aren't.
let me
That
say
was
this one, though.
bad.
It was real bad.
Real rough around the edges.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. Paul Rudd plays the world's most charming father. And I'm sorry, but if you got like John Krasinski or someone like that, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, but John Krasinski has proved to me that he could whoop ass.
That's true. Jack
So-
Ryan's
For
a great
sure.
shot.
So
yeah.
that's what I'm saying, right? So you are supposed to be a superhero, right?
Yeah. No, well, specifically, you're Ant-Man.
Okay.
You're not a
Facts.
superhero.
Facts.
You're
You're
not
Ant-Man.
a badass. You're
Facts.
Ant-Man.
You're Ant-Man, all right? But at some point, I need you to whoop ass, okay? Because that's why I'm at this. I'm not
Listen,
at the
he is the Batman of that era right now. I swear
No,
to God.
he's
I
not.
don't know about that.
No,
No,
he's
in
not.
terms of the fact that he doesn't have anything cool about him other than a suit. Like,
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right,
All
fair,
right.
fair.
Now you're getting there.
Fair. But no, I ask these guys. The Ant-Man films, not my way.
I still go and see them because they're funny. I'm not saying that Paul Rudd's the best thing on that has walked this earth. But
I loved both Ant-Man movies.
Not- my wave.
I did feel some type of way because he's always going to be a heartthrob for me.
No.
But and talk about an emotional moment though when in the most recent Avengers when he gets to see his daughter again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pretty brutal.
good
Well.
scene. Listen, again, I'll give credit where credit is due. good scene. That is the most emotional I've ever seen Paul Rudd.
And
I thought that was absolutely brilliant.
You know what?
Norris, I got one Paul Rudd movie I need you to go watch for
All
me,
right.
and I need you to give me an honest critique. I need you to watch Halloween 6.
I'm not doing that. I am actively not doing that.
Like,
That's
you
the
watch
right.
it
No,
because you get to
That's
see what-
no. That's the right decision, Norris.
You're gonna
I
get to
support you
see
on this.
Casted him
Paul
in that.
Rudd at the very beginning of his career, looking strangely exactly the same as he does
I'm
right
telling you,
now.
he doesn't age.
He doesn't age.
You could do that by watching Clueless.
Also doesn't age.
And
Perfect
also a
example.
better movie too.
Yes.
While you're at it, That said,
Significantly better movie.
like you get to see him be totally weird. He's just weird.
That
you want to
re-
hit him real hard.
Let me tell you something, Callie. That requires me to take time out of my life.
To watch Halloween 6, no less.
That takes
on.
time out of my life that I cannot get
Listen,
back.
you are about to have a whole lot of free time, but
That's true.
let me like
for
what
next
kind
2
of
weeks.
weird? What kind of weird? You got to define weird a little bit better. Is he trying to be like the creepy goth kid? Like he's not okay.
Okay, so here's what he's being.
So he's not trying to like do a Crispin Glover imitation or something.
No, he's not trying to
that
do
reference.
Friday the 13th Part 4 Crispin Glover. No.
Wait, Crispin Glover was in Friday the 13th Part 4.
Have you not ever seen
There's
the
4
infamous scene of
parts?
him dancing like a weirdo? That's Friday the 13th Part 4.
No.
Okay,
Oh.
now if you had said there was a Friday the 14th, I'd be pissed.
There absolutely is.
I feel like
sorry, it's called Saturday the 14th, but it's
Stop it.
awful,
That's
it's
like-
awful
Stop it.
too.
But the
I thought
whole
that was like a
point-
jokey one.
No,
right?
but the whole point is like y'all coming at me, but you can't tell me everybody doesn't have an actor that they just look at and they just go, nah,
Yeah,
don't
no,
do it
you're
for me.
right,
I will
right,
say
you're
there's
right.
Don't
you're
do it
right.
for me.
I will say there's like maybe a handful. Like the only one I can say off the top of my head that is like that for me is Shia LaBeouf.
What the
I
heck?
just
no,
don't care for Shia.
I'm cool with that.
that scans.
literally,
That
like,
scans.
a
I
week
can
ago
understand
just
that.
told somebody, I was like, I'm oddly attracted to Shia LaBeouf, and I don't know why.
Okay, so watch the
That's
movie.
it though. You don't know why.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Watch
no
the
one
movie.
knows
Watch
why.
the movie Nymphomania, and
No,
that
I have.
will.
That's a
okay,
weird
wow.
movie.
I went
Then
to
you're
and
weird.
I was
Then
like,
you're,
I know.
that's
you guys. I
Wait,
know.
You
so
just
you
raised
hold
your
on, time
weird
out.
index quite
So
a bit.
you watched Nymphomania and you came out of it more attracted to Shia LaBeouf?
I mean, like, no, I just.
No, it just didn't. It just didn't kill him
yeah,
for
it
her.
just didn't kill
Okay,
him for me.
okay,
All right,
that's
I
fair.
just still like okay. There was that weird period like right after that where he like went off the deep end that I was like, oh, okay, maybe that would kill it for me. But then he came back and I was like, oh, okay, it's back again. So I can't tell you why. It's
No.
just like every cell in my body says it, so I can't handle it.
Chuck Bean saying in our Twitch chat, Transformers 1 Shia LaBeouf anyone needs. No, I watched the last 10 minutes of the first Transformers movie because it was on before AEW Dynamite, and I sat there stunned that movie made any money.
Let me tell you something. Why the fuck are there humans in the Transformers movie?
Thank you.
Good question.
yeah, that's really what.
Thank
killed it
you.
for me.
Any
do you
Transform-
remember
there's-
the cartoon where it had the one human, aka everyone's least favorite character?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't remember that.
No,
And
it was the
Hold on.
stupid ass kid.
Hold on, and then the Transformers 2 came on after AEW this week, and so I watched the opening 10 minutes of that where they're like, the humans and the Transformers formed an alliance to
Nope.
save the
Stop.
world from the Decepticons, and I went, I need to turn this shit off right
Let
now.
me tell you
I
something.
went to every single one of those movies in the theater.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
I went for
There's
3.
a reason why everybody loves Beast Wars.
I'm about to say
humans.
that's
No-
definitely the best one.
There's no fucking humans in it.
1000%.
Flat out.
And because David K as Megatron is just
It's
delightful.
absolutely amazing. It's great.
Scott
so,
McNeil's Dinobot? Yes, please.
yes.
I'll,
so
I'll
okay.
take 2.
Nate, who's your actor that you just cannot stand?
I don't know. I think I've got a few of them.
Just a few. I feel like you would have way more.
I
than
got
a
it.
few.
Morris got
I don't
another
know
one.
why.
He could
You
bring
gotta
it
narrow
up.
it
I got
down.
you.
to-
Go ahead. I'm struggling.
I already know what one y'all are gonna fight about. You might as well just break it out right now.
I've already told
I'm
Noah.
I'm
sa-
saving that one. I'm saving.
All right.
I'm
He
He
saving
wants
that
to wait.
one.
He wants to
I'm
wait.
saving
He
that
doesn't
one.
want hands
So
to
I,
yet.
I always have unpopular opinions, and I guarantee you these are going to be 2 real unpopular
All right,
opinions.
let's hear it.
These
Hold
are
on, I might
2
calm down.
I have some weird opinions.
comedian actors that everyone loves that I don't think
Ooh.
are funny.
Let's
at
If
go.
you
all.
say John
Okay.
Mulaney, I'm walking out right
John
now.
Mulaney
much
is
of
one
an
of my
actor, he's
favorite
kind
people
of.
in the world.
John,
Oh,
listen,
Lord.
John Mulaney is an amazing stand-up. He should not be an actor.
No, he's
At
not.
all.
I don't think he's an actor.
He's fine in
really.
voice
No, no,
acting.
no,
Like he was good
because
at
I- his voice.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think
he
it's
was,
great.
That's what he was.
Spider-Pig.
Spider-Pig.
He was really funny
No,
as
no,
Spider-Pig.
he had a sitcom.
Oh yeah, he did.
For,
Oh, yeah, he did.
for like
Yeah.
a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
like
it's
that
bad.
was literally how long it was out. And I saw both the episodes because I fucking love John Mulaney.
Same.
And
I like that he riffed on New in Town. That was funny. as
That
hell.
was great.
hated that show
It's
so much.
bad. No, my two actors everyone loves that I hate are Steve Carell and Will Ferrell.
Okay, I'm
Will
okay with
Ferrell,
that. I won't
fine.
be mad.
I get it.
No,
I'm not mad.
Will
Overrated
Ferrell.
Will Ferrell,
Ferrell, just because of Anchorman alone.
I liked Anchorman, and that is it.
Anchorman and
Dude.
Step Brothers and
Dude.
there's actually what is that one movie?
How do you not like? First of all, how do you not like Steve Carell? Because in the past 5 years, Steve Carell literally have showed you he can act his
He's
ass
got a range.
off.
So
Actually,
He does have a range. I
got a
don't like him
range.
as a comedic actor,
That's
but
it.
as
In
a
The Big
dramatic
Short,
actor.
I thought he was great.
He did do
Big
really
Short.
good.
What was
and
the one where he was?
Foxcatcher.
Catch him in the newest show, morning show, where he plays a despicable character.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
with,
And
it's-
when
with
he's
His
not
Randy,
great at
yeah.
it.
When he's not
He's
being
great
funny,
at it.
I think he's great.
You're
But
bugging. He's
Dude,
dude.
I'm
40-year-old
sorry.
virgin is
I
easily
hated that
one of my
movie.
But
favorite.
I understand where you're
movies.
coming from because I think some of his comedy, some of his movies have fallen flat, like real flat, like how Adam Sandler fell flat for a
yeah.
while.
All
Like
right,
post
facts.
2000 Adam
Facts.
Sandler.
I'll give you that. I'll
Right,
give you that.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I do love the movie Crazy Stupid Love, but he makes that movie horrible. Like it's just not very good.
Do you remember when they tried to do Evan Almighty?
Yes.
After Bruce
Yeah,
Almighty?
Yes.
that's kind of
And
weird.
they
See?
took Steve Carell's funny bit in Bruce Almighty. It was
And
well
made it the
done,
whole movie.
And made it the whole movie, and it was awful.
See, I feel like
Yeah.
that's not Steve Carell's fault. He wanted to get a check.
he wanted to get that check.
That's the producer's fault.
That's like the director. Yeah,
That's the
like,
producer's fault
production
for
thing,
even
not so
trotting
much
the
him.
idea out.
But I
So-
respect both of those that you said.
And I mean, Will Ferrell, don't get me wrong, on SNL, I
Will
loved
Ferrell was
him. I
great.
thought he was great on almost everything he did on
I think
SNL.
Will
I still
Ferrell's
laugh at some of
funny.
those bits.
Yes.
I think Will Ferrell's the funniest when he's not the lead actor. Like when
Yes.
he's like bit
When he's
parts.
a bit
Yeah.
part, yeah.
Agreed.
He's amazing.
Outside
as
of
those
Ron
characters.
Burgundy.
Outside of
Outside of
Anchorman.
Ron Burgundy,
But I
fine.
mean,
Ron, dude, Anchorman is one of the funniest movies
I had that's
of the
love
past decade.
Lamp.
Yes, how can you not
No,
like Anchorman?
I do love Anchorman. It's the one that I loved him in.
All right.
I have a confession.
All right.
I've never seen Anchorman.
Oh, you
Watch it
should.
with people.
It's great.
Watch it with
Yes.
people.
No,
Don't watch
number
it by
one-
yourself.
No. Number one, watch it with people and be inebriated.
Okay.
Yeah, have something
way to
in your
get into it.
system.
Yes.
Okay.
It is one of the best movies to watch in a group.
Yes, it's definitely. I watched
Yeah.
it the first time by myself, and I was like, meh. But then the second time I watched it with friends, and for some reason, the experience was just funnier
Listen,
and
all
better.
I'm saying is when somebody sprayed some cologne and somebody said it smells like a old diaper filled with Indian food, and I just sat back and I was like, "Ew, that's so funny." It's a lowbrow humor
Yeah.
to the highest degree.
Isn't it weird that like usually like you'll see like a lowbrow humor movie and it's like a modern Adam Sandler movie and you're like ugh, but when someone does it right, like it reminds you like, hey, I don't care who you are, if it's done right, a fart joke is still funny.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See,
See,
you just need a clever fart joke.
Yeah.
I would say Adam Sandler, but there's actually a couple of movies I really like him in.
I
Yeah,
agree
same.
The
completely.
early stuff first
No,
off,
I'm
but
a-
I even don't mind
Punch
50
Drunk
First
Love
Dates.
is one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
Billy Madison is one of my favorite.
Billy
movies of
Madison's
all
pretty good.
time.
I
But,
like
like,
Happy
any-
Gilmore. I like The Wedding Singer.
No, excuse me.
Listen,
The
anything-
Wedding
Singer,
Singer.
yes,
Yeah,
I love
Wedding
The
Happy
Singer's
Gilmore.
phenomenal.
Happy
Yeah.
Gilmore is my shit.
But the
I
Wedding
basically-
Singer still has things that I still quote. Like I literally, when somebody kill me, please, I've quoted that so many times in my life. Like I can't.
Basically,
Are you okay?
anything where Adam
Yeah.
Sandler is doing some kind of stupid voice, I don't want to. I
Yeah,
don't want to
no,
see it.
I'm out.
Yeah.
But, even 12 Crazy Nights, I love that movie.
Oh yeah.
Love that movie.
8 Crazy
It's a-
Nights.
8 Crazy
Eight
Nights.
Crazy
Sorry,
Nights.
thank
Yeah,
you. But there's a Will Ferrell movie. It's a little bit more serious than it is funny. It's called Stranger Than Fiction.
I've
It's
heard
where
of
Oh
that.
yeah, it's got Emma Thompson.
One of them
she's the
Emmas.
writer. She's
One
a
of them
writer,
Emmas.
and like she keeps like writing his life.
Yes,
That is
it's
actually a very good movie that fell under the radar.
It did.
real
It
quick.
totally fell under the radar, but it's really, really good.
I dig it.
I like that.
I
movie.
dig
Yeah,
it.
so
Very
you
good
might,
movie.
you might kind of flip your opinion on
Yeah,
that.
it's a little funny little drama. It's
I
like
will-
that
So-
middling.
I will say though, the only movie that I will never be able to get over with Will Ferrell in it was when they redid Bewitched. Like Bewitched was my favorite secret show.
Oh,
and then they like
I never
did-
saw that.
Oh, they had Nicole
Yeah, that
Kidman
was-
in it, and Nicole Kidman had to do like the nose thing, and she did it perfectly. But Will Ferrell ruined the whole freaking movie.
Yeah, it was like
Horrible.
a weird process.
That
What they
sucks.
did.
He
was
was
weird.
great in the
Nicole
Lego movie,
Kidman
though.
did a Bewitched remake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was good.
Keep in mind, she
First
didn't
of all,
play
I was-
the character as the real character.
Yeah, she didn't
It
play
was like she
Samantha.
was playing
Oh.
a witch.
She was
playing.
she's a witch in
But
real
she's not
life.
Samantha.
Now I'm
But she's
kind of
playing
remembering
Samantha
this.
on the remake of the TV show in the movie.
Yeah, now
Okay,
I'm
that's
kinda
too much.
remembering
That's
this.
too meta.
It's too
Yeah,
meta.
they
I
went
know.
real hard in the meta,
That's
and
too
it was
meta.
too far.
And
It was
listen,
too
Bewitched
much.
was a fantastic show. Don't ruin it.
Listen,
She did
exactly.
good as the
Because I was like, I was a Nick at Night head as a kid. So Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, I Love Lucy,
Yeah, same.
all that stuff.
I
I,
Love
watched a ton of it.
Lucille Ball is literally my idol. I'm
Yes,
gonna throw it out
she's
there.
the best.
Since I was little, she's my idol. And
Yes,
she
she is
died
literally
the year
awesome.
I was born, and I was like, she came into me. That's all I keep saying. Is that I am her. That was my
treasure.
previous life.
I had the
Oh,
biggest crush on Nicole Kidman.
Really?
Yeah.
There's
I think I
nothing
had a
wrong
little
with that.
bit.
Nicole
No.
Kidman is fire.
She's gorgeous.
Boy, you want a
She's
reason to
still
sit through
gorgeous.
Moulin Rouge, and there's not
oh
many
my
of them.
God. But you're right. It's Nicole Kidman.
It's Nicole
Fair.
and Ewan
Fair
Let
McGregor.
me, no, let me
Oh,
tell
yeah,
you
that
something. Latasha, that's her movie. Everybody has a movie they could pick up and watch no matter what.
Is Moulin
When it-
Rouge?
Moulin Rouge for her. And I
Fantastic.
swear to God, if I hear Ewan McGregor's, I'm like, stop, cut it off.
Yeah.
I hate that movie.
So, all right, hang on. I've pinned down an actor that I
Okay.
cannot stand, no matter what
Okay.
he is in. Tom Cruise.
Oh,
Hate him. Hate
you
him.
know what?
Hate him.
I think I saw this on
So
the
with
chat.
that said, we're gonna segue into the actor I cannot stand more than anybody outside of one movie, and that is Val fucking Kilmer.
I literally do not want to do
I hate
this.
that guy.
I'm ready. I'm just gonna stand back.
Tell me, besides playing Doc Holliday, what has Val Kilmer done of
Jim
import?
Morrison on the doors. Get out.
Well, to be fair, he looks so much like Jim Morrison too.
He
Like,
does.
When they put
Wait a
him
minute.
in
Yeah,
that,
no,
I
no,
was
no.
like, I see
I'll
it.
give you that.
Val Kilmer was Batman in Batman Forever with Nicole Kidman. There we go.
She made it for him though.
Are we doing
not
6
gonna-
degrees
Well,
of
no, no,
separation
no.
from Nicole Kidman?
Time
now?
out.
Yes,
Time out.
yes.
Wrong. First of all, if it wasn't for Tommy Lee Jones hamming it up in
And Jim
every
Carrey.
scene, and Jim Carrey, dude,
They made that movie work.
They sat back and they just said, "Yo, this is about to be stupid."
I have never had
Worked
a
for
guilty
that.
pleasure movie like Batman Forever.
Yes.
Let me tell you that.
And somehow, Val Kilmer almost fucks the whole thing up.
Okay,
God,
okay.
he
I will
sucks.
give you one thing. I haven't given you this the whole time we've been arguing about this in the last week and a half. But
it's been long.
Since
It's a long
it's been a
process.
long time since 1995. There hasn't been a good Val Kilmer movie. But Top Gun Maverick is coming out, so I'm ready, Norris.
No.
I'm ready.
Top Gun is a trash film.
It's not a trash film.
It's a trash
It's a great
film.
romantic comedy. It's got a lot of action.
It's not even.
good.
It's not even the best film made for gay men.
I hear what you're saying.
So
but
up
Val
there,
Kilmer
though.
is.
I'm trying to think.
I mean,
So-
Yeah, give me.
I'll
give
get
me
back
the,
to you.
The
I'll get
volleyball
back to you.
scene.
I'll
The volleyball
think-
scene. Come on. The
So,
volleyball scene.
so Thunderheart from 1992. That's a good Val Kilmer movie.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that's a good gay movie. 'cause
No.
I was like, Thunderheart.
that is a good porno name.
I know. I want that name.
I'm just saying, Val Kilmer. He does nothing well. He's not charismatic. He's weird looking. The only thing he had going for him was the fact that he could look like an 80s mall villain. Right? He
Yeah,
would look
sure.
like the guy in the 80s. You went to the mall and he was at the mall a little bit too long, talking to the girls that were a little bit too young.
Yeah.
So-
and he like poured a slushie on someone or something like that.
Yeah.
Val
That's,
Kilmer literally does look like Brad Pitt's ugly stunt double.
see?
Like-
And it's like, again, why get Val Kilmer when you could get Brad Pitt?
Well, I'm not a big fan of Brad Pitt.
Ooh, hot take.
There isn't a lot that I'm like, oh wow, a Brad Pitt film. Dope.
Come
Really?
on,
Really?
Fight Club. Just like
I don't even like Fight Club that much.
Fight Club is gassed a little bit.
it is.
I
but
just
like,
It's gassed. It's a good movie, but it's gassed.
I don't know. I mean, I think maybe
Another
it's
good gay
because
movie.
Brad Pitt's.
Is that
See, there's a much. There you go. There's a much better movie that clearly somebody in the editing and production
They knew
team
what was going
is
on.
gay.
Leading gay movie, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2.
Is it?
Oh, watch that movie and go like, wow, this movie's really gay.
Wait, but like,
There's a lot of crop tops. Is that the one with a lot of crop tops in it?
Yeah, there's a lot of crop tops and not many women wearing them.
wait,
Yep.
but casting Johnny Depp in the first one didn't make that enough.
He was a
He
child.
died too quickly.
He was a child. He did die
He had
very
6
quickly.
lines.
And horribly.
Yeah.
He got the best death in the movie.
Oh,
I
what
grant you
about
that.
God, The Outsiders.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah, The
That's
Outsiders.
That's got Patrick Swayze.
Oh, Patrick. I was
That's
trying to
got
remember
Tom
who was in
Cruise.
it.
That's
Yeah.
got Emilio Estevez. That's
Yeah.
got
Ooh, yeah.
freaking
It's got
Ralph
like
Macchio.
it's got
is in it,
every
right?
80s heartthrob
Every
in it.
80s heartthrob
and
in
they
it.
all wear
It's a
a lot
John
of
Travolta short of everyone.
Yeah, they wear a lot of denim and a
And
lot of
white
and
shirts.
a lot of white t-shirts.
And there's a lot of knives that get thrown
Yeah.
out. There's a lot
Yeah.
of fighting.
Yeah,
There's
Alright,
some
yeah.
Gone
Alright,
with the
yep.
Wind.
So I can see how if I was like, a gay dude in the late
Hey,
80s,
you know what's interesting?
I could have had my little awakening.
I
to
did
that
watch
one.
that in middle school, so this is all panning out to make sense.
See?
A lot of things started clicking
See?
around that
It's all
time.
starting to come together.
Better gay movie than Top Gun.
Yeah.
Flat out.
So I think Brad Pitt has done too many
Good movies.
outstanding movies
Yeah.
Yes,
to be
yeah. To be
even
hated.
The first
close to
Ocean's
this list.
11.
Yes, that was a
Seven?
good movie.
Oh, seven? Oh, man.
12 Monkeys?
Yeah.
Are
He's
you
been-
kidding me?
He's been in too many good movies.
Meet
Good
Joe
lot.
Black?
Yeah.
That movie was fucking bananas.
Is that the one with Anthony Hopkins?
Yes.
Oh, I love that
I
movie.
love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I first
Hot
when
take.
no when I
Wait,
first
is that the one where he gets hit by the car in the first 10 minutes?
Yep.
When I first saw that movie, I was prepared for a completely different film.
Mm-hmm.
I was not ready for death to embody a dead body and come
reanimate,
back. Reanimate them and start talking to people before he kills them. That's a fucking crazy movie that's just wrapped around a whole lot of normal aesthetic.
It is. It's like it's Donnie Darko, but with Brad Pitt. and
Yes.
Much nicer.
Yeah.
That movie.
I wonder
Ooh,
if the reason why I
Donnie
don't like
Darko.
him.
That's such a good movie.
I love Donnie Darko. I have not watched Donnie Darko in years.
Yeah.
But man, one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite directors too, Richard Kelly, who's done a lot of really crazy movies. The Box. Actually, there's an actress that
He did The Box.
He did The Box. There's an actress that I can't stand. Something about Mary.
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
All
one
right,
to talk
The
about.
Box-
The Box is the only movie I've ever seen her in where I'm like, nah, it was
I
okay.
don't think you're going to get too much argue from the room.
No,
I think the only
mean,
movie
even
I
The
ever
Mask was
enjoyed,
okay,
The
but
Mask,
that
is
wasn't
the
that
only movie
good.
I ever liked her
Oh,
in.
she was in The Mask?
Yeah,
she's
she's
the
the
leading
love
lady.
interest.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Now, don't get me wrong.
It's not a
Jim
good
Carrey
movie,
eats
but-
the whole movie. I love
Yeah.
The Mask, but Jim Carrey eats the whole screen, so you don't see much of her.
And
That's
he's
fair.
fantastic in that role,
Oh, yeah.
too. They're like, you know what, Jim? Just go do whatever you need to do.
Jim,
the
be
movie will be
you.
fine.
Are you seeing
Yeah.
the rumors that he's going to be in Space Jam 2?
I'd be
As
okay
The
with
Mask?
that. I'd be okay with that.
Really?
Yo,
Yeah.
that would be fire.
That'd be
What?
great.
The rumor is that Bill Skarsgård is going to be Pennywise and
Fantastic.
Jim Carrey is going to be the Mask in Space Jam 2. That's the rumor.
Well, those are
Okay.
two WB products, right? So it
They
works.
are.
Everybody get up. It's
Oh,
time.
God, no. They have to find a way to incorporate the
listen,
song.
listen. Only if Pennywise the clown is doing the weird
Yes.
dancing shuffle.
Together? Oh, I'm in. I love that part.
And you know what?
We get
Bill
a Cuban Pete
Skarsgård
moment.
is fantastic as I love all the Skarsgård family, but Bill Skarsgård takes the cake when it comes to acting. I think he's
Yeah, it
fantastic.
Oh, yeah,
sounds
I
like it's
love
going to be a
Bill.
like the pick.
I like
You
like
think
the,
Stellan or who you going for here?
I agree. I think Bill is probably the best actor. I like stuff that his brother is Alexander.
Well, he's a snack. So
I like the stuff Alexander is in more, personally.
what like okay like so
Like
what?
as total project.
the vampire one? What's that show?
True
True
Blood.
Blood?
True Blood.
Absolutely
That was good.
not.
He was-
True Blood was good for 2 seasons, then fell the fuck off.
That's because they diverted from the books.
yeah, but
Don't divert from the source
I
material.
loved me some Big Little Lies,
Oh, Big Little Lie, and he did good in that.
and he was great in that.
He's
so
in a
that
new
was
show
really
too
good.
with Florence Pugh called I think Little Drummer Girl or something like that.
Yeah,
It's on like Sundance.
so he's good.
now.
I like him. I like him a lot. You know what I mean? So
And there's like 15 other Skarsgårds in the world.
It
by the
is.
I'm
way.
going to bring up the next one that you always bring up is Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, and I agree with you.
Oh,
on that
she's
one.
ScarJo.
sucks.
I just had
gassed.
to mention it since we talked
fucking
about the
gassed.
subject.
I think there's really only one movie where I legitimately enjoyed her.
Lost in Translation.
No.
Really?
Yes.
Ghost Town?
Ghost World.
Ghost World.
Ghost
Yeah.
Real close.
Which
was good in that.
she was with I forget the other girl in that.
Oh God, I remember she didn't do very much after a while.
Yeah.
She was like a
I forget. Anyway, they're just real life iterations of Daria. That's it.
Thora Birch.
Thora Birch. Thank you. Thora
One of my
Birch was
favorite
Daria,
movies of all
and
time. Or shows of all
Scarlett
time.
Johansson was Jane.
And
That's it.
You know what the weirdest part about that movie is? Steve Buscemi is such a kind of like a
Scummy dude.
scummy character, which
Yeah.
you see him as like he's kind of goofy, funny. But this movie was really where I started looking at like Steve Buscemi's eyes and was like,
Yeah.
I get it even more. You're definitely scummy.
Yeah,
You definitely
yeah.
got
No,
the scum
but
factor
but
going
legit,
for you.
I think Scarlett Johansson, for as much as she has been in movies that are good.
Sure, yeah.
She is the perfect embodiment of an actress who has been in movies that are good,
and successful.
but I can't say she is the reason that it's good.
I would
That's
agree with
fair.
that.
That's fine,
100%.
That's fair.
I think the marriage. I just watched Marriage Story.
Adam Driver's what makes that movie good.
Exactly. I think that they're both good in it, and I think Adam Driver takes the cake. But the
Yeah.
problem isn't that. The problem is you can't come to me and be like, Scarlett Johansson is the best actress. No, she
No.
isn't.
No.
Get
No.
back.
Absolutely
No.
not.
No, I don't agree.
Oscar level. I almost felt it's like, oh, she got nominated for an Oscar in Marriage Story. I almost wanted to be like, yo, that's disrespectful.
Was she the one that was nominated for 2 different Oscars?
No.
Because I thought she was nominated for Best Supporting and for
It
Best,
was, yes,
because she was
for
in
Jojo
Jojo
Rabbit.
Rabbit. Granted, that was a good movie too, but she doesn't make that movie.
Exactly.
No,
The
If she
kids
would've-
make that movie.
If she would have
makes the
won
movie.
anything like
Yes.
that, would you've gone Kanye on her and be like,
I
no,
would've been
it should have been
pissed.
someone else.
I would have been
I'd
pissed.
have been really mad. I'm not for like not letting people get accolades because it's
Right,
not
right,
like
right.
that decision is made in like a vacuum, like a bunch of people vote on it. But I mean, just for me, I don't understand why she keeps getting put on the echelon of great actresses when she is.
I don't
She is
feel
not
like
she's
there.
I don't feel like
She's
people
not there.
do. I don't feel like people do that.
But she's
I
gaining
feel like-
awards
but
for
she
like
gets
being
the-
nominated for Best Actress and Best Supporting Actress
Yeah.
in films that she doesn't take
And
any.
she keeps
She's
keeps
not
getting
good.
roles that should be going to actresses that are better actors than her.
All right, I mean,
I don't think
that's
her
fair.
career should be over.
No, absolutely not.
Because I think she did great. You know, she's a sub character. She's Black Widow and Marvel.
And she's
great.
fine, and that's a
Right.
fine
And she's
casting.
passable.
Right,
as
and,
Black
she,
She's
and
Widow.
that's
fine.
fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like, I don't care if her. I don't think her career needs to tank after that. But like,
No.
you know, whatever. She's
I mean,
not that
I do see how Joaquin Phoenix was like, yo, I heard that voice though, and I'm feeling some kind of way. And what is that? Her, where he falls in love with
Oh,
the AI.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and she plays the
That's
AI's
right.
voice.
I forgot that she
Wait,
did
is
that.
Joaquin Phoenix the one that's in that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the
Yeah.
yeah,
He's
the
guy.
creepy dude in
He's
that.
the
Yeah.
dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, another
Yeah, yeah,
talented actor.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about like weird crushes. I'm talking about River Phoenix for me.
I know
Like,
we did talk about.
we
that
did talk about it
recently.
for a mention for a moment. And I had to
I got
mention
some
that.
weird Hollywood crushes.
Yeah.
I loves me some Anne Hathaway.
Oh, but she's great,
yes,
and her
please.
husband looks like William Shakespeare, and his name's like Will or something like that. It's creepy.
That is very
Really.
yeah.
weird.
Does he have a twirly mustache and everything?
You'd have to look him up, but
Oh, I
honestly,
don't wanna.
him and like she like doesn't look like William Shakespeare's Anne Hathaway, but like it's creepy.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like they
creepy.
came back from like the
They were,
past.
like they were reincarnated.
Yeah, it's
no,
really
but
weird.
I loves me some Anne Hathaway. You know what did it? The Devil Wears Prada.
oh,
really?
that's absolutely
I
accurate.
love that movie.
I love. That's
where
one of my favorite
That's where my
movies.
love for Emily Blunt came to. Like I was
Facts.
like, you can take her anywhere now.
Facts.
I
Yeah.
literally got the Miranda Priestley Pop Funko right when it was like, yo, do you want to pre-order it? Like, yep.
there's a Funko of Miranda Priestley.
Oh yeah,
Miranda Priestley
If you
and,
go down the road to
I'm
that like
blanking
that
on
place called
Anne
Rocket
Hathaway's
or something,
character.
you can get it there.
Oh, okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I got it like a couple weeks ago.
I need to-
The pre-order just came in. It was very delightful.
I need to buy this.
I got an actress who I just don't really care for.
Who is she?
Blake Lively. I just
You
don't
know
really
what?
care for her.
I don't. She's whatever, but you know what movie?
love her
that-
social media.
She's in.
Sure.
She's in that movie. Christ, I can't remember.
I just like I'm thinking about her movies. Age of Adeline, didn't really care for it.
Yeah.
She was in. I mean, we all pretty much hated Green Lantern, so
Yeah.
she's in. There's really nothing. She was in TV shows. That's it. I don't really
I
care
don't.
for her.
I don't think I've ever seen her in anything.
No,
She's not that
she's
good.
just like blonde woman 45.
Basically.
She did one really good movie that I watched, and I was like, "This is actually really good," and it flew under the radar.
Is
and
it
I
that
can't-
movie with Anna Kendrick?
Yes, Simple Favor.
A Simple
Okay,
Favor, yeah.
I know Anna
Okay,
Kendrick. Anna
that's
Kendrick
a- oh,
makes
no.
the movie.
Legit.
Definitely.
Another Hollywood crush that people look at me like, really?
Anna,
I'm like,
no, Anna Kendrick.
No, Anna
that
Kendrick, she's like
scans.
cute.
loves me
That
some
scans.
Anna Kendrick.
Same.
She's just
She's
like, I
just
just
one of
want
those
to.
people I question my sexuality for.
I just want to pick her up and carry her everywhere with me, like in my pocket.
But
she's
I
been good
want.
since like, well, she's been good for a while longer.
Since Up in the Air.
yeah,
I think
but-
you might change
Pitch
your
Perfect.
opinion on Blake. Have you seen A Simple Favor?
Yeah, I just don't like it.
No?
I like the movie. I just don't like her.
I thought that character was perfect for her.
I just think she gets cast in things now because she's Ryan Reynolds' wife. Like
I don't
I'm just
really
like,
see her in
Yeah.
much other than this, to be honest.
Omega Welltall in the chat saying, I always had a thing for Sandra Bullock.
I love
Okay.
Sandra
I can
Bullock.
see
I
that.
don't.
I
I don't.
love her.
I'm
I-
not.
okay, one of my
almost every-
favorite
I like her
movies.
as an actor. I'm not like I don't think she's like
What?
You know.
There
Miss
was.
Congeniality is a
That's
great.
one
it's
of my
the,
favorite movies
the
of
best
all
movie that
time.
she's ever made.
I
Speaking
I
of
think I've
bringing
seen
it-
that. Yeah.
Speaking of bringing this full circle, since all the way at the start of the show, Sandra Bullock, leading woman in Demolition Man, where we made the 3 seashells. And I think that's where we should stop part 1.
Norris just played 80 degrees of Sandra Bullock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck with me.
All right. Well, coming up next on Checkpoint AFK, we're going to talk about maybe some video game movies that, we want to see coming up eventually. But who would we like to see in those roles for Final Fantasy VII or Metal Gear Solid or Mass Effect? Stick around. We're going to talk about that next here on Checkpoint AFK. Welcome back to Checkpoint AFK. It's Checkpoint XP's lifestyle show covering video games and beyond. Today, we're talking about movies and actors, actresses that we like or don't like in certain roles. So I thought it would be fun to talk about some video game movies. Now, none of these are, some of them might be in pre-production or something, but there are no castings associated with any of these films. And I thought we would do some fantasy casting.
Ooh,
Yeah.
All right.
Who would you like to see play X? So I thought a good place to start, because the remake is coming out in just a couple of weeks. Final Fantasy VII. If they made a Final Fantasy VII movie, who would you like to see play Cloud?
Okay, so here's the thing. With somebody like Cloud, they gotta be somebody who's stronger than they look, but also can play disaffected pretty well.
Yeah.
Because
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, I'm in. I'm sold. Just put a blonde wig on him. I'm in. Ugh, that'd be even give him a giant sword.
Fuck you
Oh,
guys.
sexy.
That is the worst idea ever.
Oh, that is too funny.
That's stupid.
To be fair, when you explained your reasoning behind it, it was pretty Paul Ruddy.
I mean, yeah, but he's also 60.
That's fair.
Yeah, but he looks 20.
But he looks 20.
Anyway, I don't know. That's a really good. That's a tough one.
I
feel like that look is hard.
I can't think of a single person, actually.
I think Darce Montgomery, the guy who played Billy in Stranger
Yeah.
Things, he's kind of got that real young kind of baby face that could do it. And we know he has incredible range
And physicality, too.
Exactly. So I think that would be good, especially in the part of Final Fantasy VII where Cloud kind of loses his memories and becomes an empty vessel. I think he could pull that off pretty
And I
well.
think he could also pull off not interested.
Yeah, I think he could.
That's not bad.
I think he could.
That's not bad.
McCheezu in the chat is saying Tom Holland?
No, too little.
No, McHugh is saying
Oh,
they
as
want
Mega
Tom
Man.
Holland to play Mega Man.
Mega Man. I'm sorry.
Yo,
sorry.
Tom Holland playing Mega Man would be great.
I think
Actually,
that's
that
spot
would
on.
work. Yeah,
That's
that
pretty
would
spot on,
pretty
yeah.
work. That would work pretty
Either
well.
one, he could play Mega Man. He could play X.
Yeah.
Either one. I'm in for that.
All right, so continuing down Final Fantasy VII.
Who's Barrett?
Barrett.
Oh God.
Oh, this is gonna get racist.
For real. And forgive me for saying this in this company, but it's almost like you got to pick somebody who's totally okay with being like kind of a stepping fetching kind of
I don't know.
caricature.
See, again, you have the opportunity to kind of
make it
change some of the characterization in there.
That's true. He doesn't have to be.
Because if that was the case, then you just make it Terry fucking Crews.
That's what I was going
and
to
you
say.
call it a day.
Because Terry Crews could
He could take it either
he
way.
could definitely.
Yeah. It
Yo,
just really
for
depends
real,
on
if
how
they
he
cast
felt.
Terry Crews as Barrett, I'm in.
I'm not gonna lie. Like
I'm
I'd
seeing
probably watch it if Terry
Just
Crews.
Clyde, we
like
need
Terry.
to stop the motherfucking train.
Ooh, Samuel L. Jackson.
Cloud! Just. Oh my God, Terry Crews. That would be amazing.
Then he just flexes his pecs.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm actually in for that.
All
if
right.
you wanna go that
All
route.
right,
Sold.
we've made this a bad movie.
I'm watching it. It's gonna make millions of dollars.
All right. So okay, here we go. So now I think we stop at this point. But who is Aerith and Tifa?
Yeah. We got to get some of the women in there.
Okay, Scarlett Johansson is both.
Stop.
Yeah.
No. I
same movie.
actually think Anne Hathaway would probably be a good Aerith, yes.
I could see Aerith. We'd need someone a bit more bustier for
Yeah.
Tifa, though.
Yeah, a little thicker.
A little thicker.
Yeah.
But I still feel like you need a good range because Tifa's
Brie
character.
Larson.
You know what?
She could physically do
I think
it.
she could do Aerith better than she
Brie
could
Larson, no.
Tifa. I think so. I don't think she's got the.
No.
She doesn't have
I can see Brie Larson with a black hair wig and just beating people up.
You know
Yeah,
who could
I
do
mean-
it? She doesn't have the exact body, but they'd probably have to mess with some stuff. But the girl that played Robin, and she was also in How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, Uma
also
Thurman's daughter.
She's also in
Robin
Marvel.
Wright? Not Robin Wright.
She played
That's
Rob.
fucking-
She played
She
Robin.
played Robin.
She's also in Avengers as one of the.
fucking Hawk.
The
Ethan
chick.
Hawke's daughter.
Yes.
I don't know her name.
What's her
like
first
that.
name? Maya Hawke.
Maya Hawke.
you
That's
go.
exactly it.
Maya
yes.
Hawke.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. She's a little young, though.
Well,
I mean,
they're
she's
all you. It's always okay to
skew a little younger. Yeah.
So I think Aerith, I don't know. That's a weird casting to have to make.
I think you need someone who is regal
Yeah,
in some
That's
way,
what I'm
shape, or
talking
form.
about.
That's why I
Kinda
said
like
Anne
I
Hathaway.
think Anne Hathaway is it.
who could do kind of like a otherworldly kind of. You know who should play Sephiroth though? Cillian Murphy.
Who?
Cillian
Hold on.
Murphy.
Why do I recognize that name?
From Peaky Blinders and 28 Days Later.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Really? Okay, wait a minute. Hang on.
Put some long hair on him and just have him stare at you.
Oh, okay, yes.
Just
yeah,
have him.
God, he's so creepy.
Oh
Yes.
Just have him
my
sta-
God,
just have him
yes.
stare at people.
Yes.
That's the
Absolutely.
cast right there.
Hold on. I don't.
Yeah. Peaky
Oh,
Blinders
yeah,
is a great show.
yeah. Got it.
And he's a little bit on the taller side too.
Yes.
He's in so much stuff, and I'll never remember his name.
Yeah. I could just say the Scarecrow.
You should have just said Scarecrow.
Yeah,
you should
Scarecrow.
open with Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Chuck Bean in the chat just said Gina Carano for Tifa. Yes, please.
All right, facts.
I'm in.
All right,
and I
facts.
believe she could beat the hell out of me.
Yeah, facts.
Oh my
That's
God.
a good one too. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next game?
All right, we'll move on to our next game, Metal Gear Solid.
Okay.
Okay.
Which?
Well,
the
yes,
first one?
the first Metal Gear Solid. We got to cut it off somewhere.
Yeah, I would say the first Metal Gear Solid.
So you
that's
need Snake, Liquid, Meryl,
That's Solid, Liquid, Meryl,
Ninja. Well, no,
yeah, Cyborg Ninja.
Otacon and Cyborg Ninja. We'll stop
Otacon, no,
because we can't go too far.
We all, dude. How do you do Metal Gear Solid and not cast oh God, Revolver Ocelot? You have to.
Shit.
You have
Yeah,
to.
you gotta cast
Revolver
Ocelot.
Ocelot's got to be in there.
Okay,
Which, by the
like-
way, if Wilford Brimley could lose about 80 pounds,
Yeah, he'd be perfect.
would be perfect.
But
for it.
who's a fire ass old dude who could like?
J.K. Simmons as Ocelot? Omega Waltall, a man after my own heart.
Actually,
I'm digging that.
Actually, yo, I can see.
I'd do it.
I can see J.K. Simmons as the Colt Single Action Army, the finest handgun ever made.
I absolutely
Like,
could see
I
it.
could totally
I
see
could
it.
totally see it.
I'll tell you what, I like it more than I like Clint Eastwood, so I'm in for this.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons,
Absolutely.
I'm in
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
All right, so Otacon, who's our nerd?
The guy who plays Q in
I was
the
gonna say
Bond
him.
movies
I
now.
was exactly gonna say him.
Okay.
That's exactly
God,
what
what's
I
his
was
name?
saying.
Jesse Eisenberg could be.
You
Q.
could do
Yes.
Eisenberg.
Or it could be.
No,
do that.
Jesse Eisenberg because he's punchable enough.
Yeah, it could be Otacon for
All right,
sure.
Cyborg Ninja, somebody who we don't need to see their face really.
So we just need a voice, right?
We
for
need a
this
great
person?
voice though,
Um,
and we need somebody who could pull that voice off. That's
Yeah.
tough.
and like really do unhinged
Very
Scott McNeil. We just heard him.
on
Yeah.
who I don't know
He's
the name.
like Dinobot from from Beast
But
Wars.
I don't know if he could shift between the calm, calculated, and flip to unhinged like that. So that's
he
a
would
tough
have the
one.
unhinged for sure.
Oh, hey, somebody said Quentin Flynn. That's his VO anyway.
Yeah, really, you could just pull the guy out of the game.
I wouldn't be opposed to that because I don't know too many people who could do it better in terms of the voice.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't need a person in that suit. You need the stunt double and the voice. So
Man.
so
I'm just
that was
try-
hard.
Yeah, it is. I mean, really, anyone who has good dynamic range and
Yeah.
can kind of turn on the thrusters in the blink of an eye, like a Denzel Washington, like he can flip
just flip.
so
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
And if you don't need him for the physicality, that's a perfect voice.
Yeah, it might.
It's a
be.
pretty good
I don't
voice.
know, but I don't know if you could Denzel up Cyborg Ninja. He'd be okay, Snake. okay,
My man.
okay, all right. So I see we're gonna have to fight now. Okay, all right. I told you, Snake.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that doesn't fit. So Meryl, who goes to Meryl?
What's her characterization again?
That's really tough.
Military girl.
Yeah, military brat.
Military
Army
girl.
brat. Okay.
Who could pull that off?
So someone a little bit rough and tumble. Honestly, there's where I'd cast Brie Larson.
Yeah, actually,
that's
Brie
where I-
Larson,
Brie
Larson
Brie
would be
Larson in
bad.
a headband.
Yeah.
That works. All right, let's go there.
I mean, like if you were gonna make a new G.I. Jane movie,
Yeah.
who would you put in that?
Again, Gina Carano's were
yeah,
honestly.
Well, no, because the whole concept of G.I. Jane is you're taking somebody who shouldn't be that tough,
That's true.
and they become tough as fuck. So I'm not sure if that will work.
Yeah, you're right. Gina
Anna
Carano already
Kendrick.
scares me.
Take somebody who's just not tough and make them tough.
All right. So
Who's the girl who played Hermione? Hermione?
Oh,
Emma
Emma
Watson.
Watson.
Emma Watson.
G.I. Jane.
You know what? She could probably do it because I feel like she could be tough.
Yeah.
Like if they really
So there
want
you go.
You know.
Okay.
All right, solid and liquid.
All right.
Solid's the hard one.
That's
the one I struggle
Okay,
with.
so who you go with liquid then? Who's awesome and British?
Yeah, there's a lot more.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch wouldn't be a bad one.
For,
I don't know
for
that he could
solid,
get that
I'd say-
big though.
I would say
Yeah,
John
you gotta get
Krasinski
swole.
for solid.
Ooh.
I think John Krasinski works. He's got the beard.
Hey, that's not a bad. I mean, he's a little tall,
A little bit.
but that's not a bad. I mean, if you shave the beard, tell him to keep his eyes kind of squinty, and
I don't
Give
know.
him the
See,
headband.
I would actually. I think I would cast somebody who has, like mixed parentage.
Chuck Bean
Maybe.
says Nick Cage is Liquid Snake.
I would watch it. Yeah, I'm in.
Actually, all about that.
Actually, Nick Cage might be able to take it to.
McCheezu, Henry Cavill's too big.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill's way too big to play Solid Snake.
Can I just go ahead and say that as much as I got a bad introduction to Henry Cavill with Superman, I've liked him in everything else I've
He
seen
does
him
such
in.
a great stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, every other thing he's done.
What else?
Fantastic.
What else has he been in?
The Mission,
Mission
Impossible.
Impossible?
He was
I know
great
The
in that.
Witcher. He was good in
In The Witcher, yep.
Yeah, Mission Impossible.
I never
He was
saw
also
Mission
in
Impossible.
oh shoot, what's that movie where it's like the spy movie, but it's kind of like
Mission Impossible.
no, I'll think of it.
Okay.
Anyway, so next game, Solid and Liquid, as far as I'm concerned, is you get a new actor for Solid and you make Liquid Benedict Cumberbatch in a blonde wig and you tell him to gain 80 pounds of muscle.
I mean, you gotta make those two guys look so.
Actually, yeah, they gotta look
so
really
similar,
similar.
as to look like the same actor in a different wig. Yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? Like,
And there's like no dope twin
The Man from
actors.
Uncle. That was what I was.
That's
thinking.
it, the
you're
Man
right,
from Uncle.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
I
yeah,
just-
yeah. Yeah, no, you got a good point. They basically got to be twins.
yeah, like
Yeah.
because literally
So
it's
more-
called Twin Snakes.
More likely than at this point, you're going to have the same actor playing both. Someone who has the range to do both voices.
Oh, that's actually a very
So,
good point.
Like, here's what you would like. I'm not suggesting, but someone like Hugh Laurie who could do a great American accent and a great British
If they were
accent.
younger.
If they're a younger Hugh Laurie is who you're looking for.
Yeah.
Actually, a younger Hugh Laurie wouldn't have been bad if he had actually worked out.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
like if when you see him back in Blackadder, he's just like a
He's a rail.
He's a twig
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. All right.
damn.
so
I mean, it's
that's so tough.
it really is
and,
tough.
and it's also so tough because even though they may look the same, they could not be more different
It's true.
in terms of personality. So that would be really hard, I think, for one actor who, unless they were just god tier actors.
McCheezy's suggesting like Sean Bean, who's too old now, but not a terrible pick either.
No.
Hugh Grant.
No, you guys are picking people who are too old.
I'm looking at like different threads. Somebody brought up Hugh Jackman.
Too old. And can't do liquid.
Yeah,
I mean, you can age someone up for the camera. Looking at you, Ian McDermott. It's hard to age down real well.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go a little off the wall on this one. Maybe not for Liquid, but for Solid.
okay.
Dave Franco. He's
Dave,
can
you mean
age in-
James Franco?
James Franco's brother,
Oh,
Dave Franco,
Dave
the
Franco.
younger one.
Hang on, I've got to see him.
You've seen him in stuff because he's young enough. I don't know his acting range exactly, but he's been in some good
Well, the
movies.
thing is,
No? Check him in. Well, let me see. No?
He looks like a low rent James
He
Franco.
looks just like his brother. Don't
He
get me
looks,
wrong.
he looks
But-
he looks like
but
if
the-
you
but-
didn't
Let me see,
bake
tell you,
James Franco long enough.
Well, you know, I know.
no, actually, listen.
Let me
I
look
think
up
if you
Solid
gave
Snake
that
and,
dude
like, look at next to each
muscle,
other.
If I was gonna remake Titanic, he would be Kate Winslet's husband.
oh, Billy Zane's character.
Yeah.
All right,
he looks a
that's-
lot like
that's
Billy
pretty
Zane.
good.
He
That's
looks a
pretty
lot like Billy Zane.
All right, let's just move on. I don't think we're gonna solid.
That
Gonna
one's
solve.
hard. That one's hard.
We're not gonna solve Solid and Liquid today.
Yeah, probably
you know
not.
what? You know what? Tweet at us.
At
CheckpointXP.
tweet at us your ideas for Solid Snake and Liquid Snake if they made a Metal Gear Solid movie.
Absolutely. Or really share any of your,
these, yeah.
any of your thoughts. So yes, let's move on to our next one, and that is Mass Effect.
I've got no reference for this one.
Oh God.
I actually don't have any reference
Mass
to this
Effect.
either.
Okay, so you need Shepard. You need, at the very least.
Let's do the ME1 crew plus Tali. Does that make sense?
Well, Tali was.
Oh, sorry, yeah. So we're good to go.
So we'll do the
ME1 crew.
ME1 crew. So that's Tali, Garrus,
Rex.
Rex, which is just a voice. Shepard,
Ugh, Caden and Ashley.
Caden, and Ashley.
Okay.
And Joker is just Seth Green.
And Joker can stay Seth Green.
Joker
for
can
sure.
stay Seth Green.
Absolutely, he's gonna play.
Okay, so
So Shepard. Are we doing Bro Shep, Fem Shep?
Femshep, duh.
Of course. Okay. So I'm just gonna put it out there.
All right.
Jennifer Hale said, "I'll get in shape. Let's do it."
All right.
So
there we go. She's Shepard.
I mean, I would.
No, fuck the bullshit. She's Shepard. I'm not gonna argue that. All right. Who voices Garrus?
Okay, so who's your best friend character? This is he's gonna be your
Your
bro,
military bro.
Yeah.
Who could be military bro voice?
military bro.
That's the thing. Voicing people is tough because there's a lot of great voice actors in who can actually. If they're an alien, just get the people who did it in the game. Fuck that.
I mean, you could go that route
Because
for
whoever
sure.
voices Garrus, I can't think of a better voice for Garrus than that voice actor.
Yeah.
So are you literally just hiring all of the voice actors
Yes,
to
so
play?
far, God, because I mean, like,
For Mass Effect, for voicing aliens in that game. Now, somebody like Tali, you need an actor. You
Sure.
put them in a suit.
Yeah.
yeah, you put her. Okay, so
Liara, you need to put them in makeup.
yeah,
so you
I
need
think you do
an
that.
actor to do that.
But Rex and Garrus, I think you need voices.
You need
voices.
voices.
They're going to be CGI characters for sure.
Rex, you get it voiced by Batista.
Dave Bautista, I don't hate that.
Dave Batista voices
He's
Rex.
been doing some good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
You know,
so I'm cool with that.
you know who could do the voice really well? It actually makes me mad how well they could do it. Vince McMahon.
Yeah, just don't
Vince
cast him in
McMahon
anything,
as
though.
Erd, not Rex.
Kinda, right? Like
You don't have the quads.
Jesus. So yeah, Tali, you need someone chipper, kind of mousy.
Yeah.
And who can do my girl who plays Scarlet Witch.
Elizabeth
the
Elizabeth
third
Olsen.
Olsen.
Yeah.
Actually,
Third Olsen. That's her
I like
name.
Elizabeth
Third
Olsen.
All right, Elizabeth Olsen.
She's
I
even
can
got
see
the
that.
accent ready to go.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. All right, who plays?
You know what? I'm going back to Aerith. She'd be a good Aerith. Elizabeth Olsen.
Oh, you know,
Sorry.
I don't hate that either.
Actually, that's
I don't
not. That's
all
not
the way
bad.
hate that.
That's
I
not
don't
bad.
hate that.
I'm into
Yeah.
that.
All right, and last one for Mass Effect. Who plays Liara?
Well, hold up. We have to do Caden and Ashley, who are the
No, we
most
don't.
boring actors
No,
you
we
can
don't.
think of.
No. Okay, Scarlett
Paul Rudd and
Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson.
Paul Rudd and Scarlett Johansson.
There we go. All right, we got Caden and Ashley, and we need Liara. So
who could play
brilliant
Liara?
young scientist, really excited.
Who was the girl in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't know that actress's name, but she's really good.
Oh, that's the chick I was talking about for Tifa.
Oh, wait, what? Really?
Am I thinking of the same person? She was also in How I Met Your Mother.
No.
Are you thinking
No.
of the girl who played Daisy in Agents of
You're
S.H.I.E.L.D.?
you're thinking of the Canadian girl from How I Met Your
Yeah.
Mother. No.
Was it the girl who played Daisy in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Correct.
Yeah, Chloe Bennett.
Okay.
Chloe
No.
Bennett.
No,
not her?
The
other chick.
Simmons.
Oh, Simmons. That is Elizabeth Henstridge.
Yes.
All right.
I like her a lot.
name I
can
don't
kinda
know.
see that. I can kind of see that. So
Yeah.
Omega Welton in the chat says Idris Elba as Admiral Anderson.
Yes.
No.
Why not?
Keith David as Admiral Anderson because he's Admiral Anderson.
You know what? I haven't seen a picture of Keith David in a while. I don't know where he's at these days.
No, he's Admiral Anderson.
Oh, God,
that's
he
who-
even looks like Admiral Anderson.
Thank you. He
Yeah.
voices him.
Yeah, you're right. It's
Fuck
just
out of
Admiral
here,
Anderson.
dude. Come on. Stop
All right.
it.
All right.
Last game.
Well, I've got a few here, so I'm going to let you guys have your pick.
All right.
I've been researching one.
I've got Uncharted, Last of Us, BioShock, and Devil May Cry.
I'm saying Devil May Cry.
Okay, let's pick Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry.
Okay,
So
all right.
all you need is Virgil, Dante, Trish, and Lady.
I've never played any of these games.
All right.
so
That's
I'm
what you
not-
need.
At least do
I am-
Trish.
I
I
am
don't
in
feel
no-
like
I am in no way gonna.
No,
have
you need Virgil, Dante. At bare minimum, you need Virgil, Dante, Trish.
Yeah, those 3 for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been trying to look at actors who give me funny feelings the same way that Dante does. And the problem is like most young male actors, because I want to start like the young Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening style, or even DMC.
Yeah.
And most I don't see it. I
Yeah.
just can't. I guess I don't see. I can't see that character in anyone that I've
anybody?
seen recently. The closest I'm gonna come to is, I hate to even say it, is Taron Egerton.
Taron Egerton.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can never say
yeah.
his last name.
The
He's
guy from the
closest I can think.
From the
Kingsman?
Kingsman?
Oh,
Kingsman.
yeah.
Just because I feel like I like him as an actor.
He could do the physical stuff.
He could do the
Yeah.
physical stuff, and I feel like he can change the way
His
he
look,
looks
yeah.
enough. And he gives me some tingles here and there.
I wish Christopher Walken wasn't so old because I want him for Virgil.
Yo, a young Chris Walken
you know
playing
what?
Virgil.
He could be he'll be Virgil, but they'll just de-age him.
They'll have to do the de-aging, yeah.
Yo, I
And
mean, 'cause
CG his fight scenes.
oh man, I would have loved that shit.
I'm sold. Christopher Walken is Virgil.
Dante, we need to.
You gotta get your new
You
sword.
gotta,
wow.
you gotta. Wow, it's the sword of Sparta.
I would try it, but I'm gonna butcher it.
Weapon of choice, walking, flying all over the place.
Oh my god.
Now Trish, I'm gonna actually bring up Blake Lively, just because Trish is literally a sex symbol.
Yeah,
character.
you need her to be a sex symbol. You need her to be tall.
You need her to be tall, which I believe.
You need to be all legs.
I don't know Blake Lively, but she seems like.
But you need her to be like all legs. If she was a blind, you get somebody like Gal Gadot or something. If she wasn't
Ryan
already.
Reynolds as Dante. Where am I? Okay, that's perfect.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Perfect tingles. Perfect tingles. And I like him
You
as
know
an
how happy
actor.
I'd be to see Ryan Reynolds in,
All right.
in anything, to be
Blake
frank. But
Lively and
Ryan Reynolds
together in this movie.
and a DH Chris Walken.
the Green
And
Lantern
he is-
redemption story.
You know what?
I'm into
listen,
it.
Listen, we already get this enough with God, I can't think of her name. The chick who was in Run Lola Run and Resident Evil.
Mila
Mila.
Jovovich.
Yeah,
Oh.
Jojo.
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, and her husband who makes all of the video game movies.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get it again in Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, that's
even
true.
though
Have you-
Tony
seen
badass Jai is in that movie,
Yeah, he
and
is.
if it flat out worth price of admission.
That-
If you've
la-
ever seen a Tony Jai movie, he is worth the price of admission. 'cause-
Last week, the first kind of promo images from that movie came out.
oh
with
yeah, they
like,
suck.
Yeah,
It's just like a picture of them with the equipment on and
Yeah.
nothing else.
yeah, pretty much.
Just a desert.
pretty disappointing.
I'll just say if Tony Jaa doesn't fucking elbow strike a dinosaur in this shit, if he doesn't do like the flying like Muay Thai elbow strike, that is the movie failed. But yeah, man, I don't know. But anyway, we
All
want to
right.
know what you guys think
That's
of the
right.
games we picked. We want to know your picks, and if you just say, "Hey, here's a movie. Here's just an idea,"
yeah.
And
And
feel-
you want us to fill it
and
out.
you want us to
Throw
fill
it
it
our
out,
way.
yeah.
Feel free to send me all these the people you think is Dante, and I'll tell you if they give me tingles.
There you go. Does it make Chad tingle? Can be Dante.
Going to be a new segment here on the show.
Somewhere HR
Does
is
it
screaming
make
right
Chad tingle?
Does it tingle?
Oh, listen, this show has been HR's nightmare since we started it. So it is what it is.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for today's episode of Checkpoint AFK. Remember, big stuff, big changes coming over at CheckpointXP.com. The next couple of weeks are going to be a little different, but we will reconvene back here in the studio when it's deemed safe to do so.
When management says we can.
Yeah, when we're allowed to.
Yeah.
So,
Well, be safe, guys. for
yeah,
real.
seriously, be safe. We will have normal content over at the website, checkpointxp.com. So, don't go anywhere. We will have new content for you guys, but just going to be in a bit different form for the next
right.
couple of weeks.
And
So
wash your damn
I'm about to
hands.
say that. Wash your hands.
please wash your hands, be safe, and, while I don't think it's worth panicking over, just, take proper precautions.
Be smart.
Be smart. Yeah, absolutely.
And contact, not physically, but contact your older family members. Make sure they're good.
Make sure they're doing all right.
And don't go
at
visit
risk.
them.
And do
Frankly,
not, under any circumstances, go visit them if you can help it.
Yeah,
Straight up.
yeah.
Because you can be a carrier if you don't have symptoms.
That's right. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us today for Checkpoint AFK. CheckpointXP.com is where you can find out more info about the show, interviews from past episodes, and a whole lot more. Find that over at our website, CheckpointXP.com. Stay up to date on all the latest by following us on social media, Checkpoint XP on Facebook and Twitter, Checkpoint_XP on Instagram. And if you like the show, consider dropping by our Apple Podcast feed and giving us a rating and a review. Checkpoint XP is a production of Beasley Esports XP. For the Checkpoint XP crew, Chad Callahan, Nicole Bossio left, but for Callie Sloan and Norris Howard, my name's Dave Bender. Keep listening.